All right, we're here with Dusty Thompson, who is running for Constable Precinct 2. Thank you for your time this afternoon. We'll get started with the questions. Lyle-Ann, if you'll go ahead and lead off.
Thank you. Mr. Thompson, do you currently hold the qualifications of constable, and to what extent do you have experience in the law enforcement field?
I am currently not a peace officer by the state standards. However, if elected, a constable that is elected gets 270 days to get your certification. And meanwhile, during the 270 days, carry out the duties of a constable.
Thank you.
The duties of a constable are fairly well defined and limited. What do you see as being the most important part of the duty of a constable?
Well, I believe that constables should actually be a working part of the community, and actually not just serve civil process, but as well as get out and patrol the neighborhoods and be a more active role in the community.
What is the most dangerous part of a constable's job, and are you prepared to handle it?
I believe the most dangerous part of a constable's job is knocking on doors, people that you don't know and have never encountered, and running warrants, which is one of the things I plan on doing is cleaning up the warrant sheet, because there are a lot of people around Thompson County with warrants.
Thank you.
And what would you like the people to know about the constable's job that you don't think they know now?
Well, our current constables here, they focus mainly on serving civil process and being the bailiff for the JP courts. However, there's a lot of room that we can actually step out to the community, and here in Thompson County, we can get out and patrol the community, get out and patrol the neighborhoods, patrol the schools where sexual predators might be lurking, as we now know in the news they have been lately. And our constables are never in marked vehicles, which I personally believe they should be. That just adds a little added security when you're patrolling the neighborhoods. That alone will deter crime. And the other thing is you don't necessarily have to be out messing with people and giving tickets. Just make your presence known. I run into a lot of times people asking me what is the job qualifications of a constable and what do they do. In fact, recently I've been asked, 90% of the people has asked me, who is our current constable? Nobody seems to know. And that to me just tells me he's not active in our community. And I plan on being active in our community.
You're challenging a long-term person for this position. So can you further explain why you're taking this task on?
Yes, ma'am. My wife and I, we currently have 2 businesses here that we built from the ground up. We are taxpayers, as well as a lot of other people in the community that are business owners. And again, I'm looking forward to working more with the community. Not so much doing a bare minimum for the pay, but getting out and doing all I can for the pay.
Dusty, this is kind of a philosophical question, just kind of your view on things, but since you'll be involved with it, what do you feel that the basic purpose of the law is for at any level?
The basic purpose of the law?
Of law.
I believe it's to protect the people of the community, and the basic purpose of the law is it's a guideline for all of us to follow, keep us all on the straight and narrow, and and those that step outside those boundaries are the ones that you have to deal with.
It's being said our country is in a spiritual identity crisis from the invasion of Islam infiltrating our core belief system and our foundational principles that are based upon God, His Word, and the Constitution. Our president proclaims he's a Christian leader, but his fruit reveals he isn't seeking the God our country was founded upon. And the consequences we face now is that our nation stands to lose its Christian identity. The spiritual relationships of our elected leaders heavily affect our nation and which direction our nation will turn. How would God and the Bible affect your leadership role, as a constable, and how you conduct your delegated power to uphold God's righteousness within our community?
Well, my belief in God and your beliefs in God, we might see two different views. However, I will not infringe on your beliefs. I'll stand for what's right. I'll stand for what I believe in, for what the community believes in, and your religious beliefs are that, they're yours. And I'll never infringe on your religious beliefs.
Thank you.
Why are you running for the position, and what quote or motto would best describe your outlook?
My motto is, I'm a simple man and I take a simple approach to things. And what would best qualify me for the position is, I don't mind getting out and getting my hands dirty and working for the common man. I don't at all. 24/7, if my phone rings, I'm there. And which is one of the things that we here in Tom Green County don't have the luxury of picking up the telephone after 5 o'clock and getting a hold of a constable. It just doesn't happen. And that is one thing that I would be willing to do myself, is you're elected for a term for 4 years, not from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. And I offer myself for 4 years.
All right, we'd like to invite you to give us a closing statement, please.
Again, my name is Dusty Thompson. I'm running for Constable Precinct 2. I'm the candidate for Constable in Precinct 2. I'd appreciate your vote and your support, as well as I appreciate the support of my wife. She's backed me in this 100%. If there's ever a question, people need something 24/7, you should be able to get a hold of your constable. And I would be that first line of defense, in non-emergency situations. If people want to get a hold of me, they can call me, and I'll be right there. That's what I'm signing up for. I'm a firm believer in getting out, working for the community. That's it.
All right, we appreciate it very much. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.